I feel sort of obligated to keep reading. He follows the deer's trail to a clearing on the mountainside, a great expanse of open meadow ringed with chinkapin and buckeye, and a lone tree looming almost black against the sky. The Tyburn tree, a giant, the father of his dreams and visions, the reaper of stolen souls, the king of oaks. He knows this place. He's been here before, in a womb, in a dream, in 1,000 dreams. He approaches with caution, making his way past the branches that hang to the ground, and he sees something there in the tree above his head, a thing that sways limp and makes strange sounds. It stiffens him and his belly goes hot like death come knocking. It is a man. It was a man hanging in the tree. There's the gentle creaking of the rope. He can smell it, a carrion smell, the cooling embers of a bonfire scraped together out of crate wood and mossy boughs. In the distance, the persistent cawing of gathering crows. His head spins, his legs wobble, and, stricken with a sudden weakness, he falls to his knees. His fingers splay on the trampled ground, the powdery earth that forms over time in places where crowds gather, where he can see the impressions made by the feet of men, children, and dogs. The breeze blows down from the north and rattles the dry leaves of the tree, moving the suspended corpse. It is warm breeze that carries with it a pungent scent, luring hordes of blowflies that shroud the blackened figure in a ghostly curtain that ripples and hums, the droning of 1,000 tiny wings. He breathes through his mouth to staunch the smell and manages to stand. He steps over the remains of the charred wooden pallets. Protruding nails snag at his cuffs. He stands below the hanging man in the remnants of the fire that still smolders. He watches him sway, trying to see who he is, but he cannot recognize the face, nor can he discern any distinguishable feature of the body. On the body, the hands have been severed, the offending axe buried in a nearby stump, its handle caked with pine resin and cocked toward the sky. The man's feet are missing, and between his legs is an angry black wound with the flesh peeling off in thin translucent layers like the wrappings of a nest constructed by paper wasps. If it were not for the smell and the flies, he would swear this was just some window dummy torched by boys and strung up as a joke. He wishes it was, but wishing alone is not a powerful enough invocation to ward off such a terror, and he covers his eyes with the palms of his hands. He does not breathe. He recites the Lord's Prayer in his head, but he cannot shut out the sound of the bones that rattle and clack in the branches, or the flies moaning like ghosts, and the body itself that crackles and ticks as it cools. The branch that holds the nameless man bobs slowly, and the rope creaks like a ship as the body spins ever so slightly on an axis of blood-stained hemp. He can hear the chatter of the crows, which are closer and numerous. Their clucks and caws a strange Nordic tongue. He can see the man's teeth. He can see his tongue. He cannot believe this is a man. It must be a dream, a manifestation of some darkness or sin, or perhaps a vision of something yet to pass. Yet he has the ball he stole from Jude Asherson in his hand. The ball is real. He can feel that, and the dull ache above his eye where the stone hit him less than an hour ago.